This screencast will cover how to install Agile 9.3 and then upgrade to 9.3.0.2. So to begin with, let's go ahead and install Agile 9.3. Now up to this point, we have already installed OAS, the database, the Agile schema in the database. So we're ready for the Agile install. Now to begin with, I need to copy the platforms into the Disk 1 Windows installer. And I'll run setup here. Now you'll notice I'm going pretty fast through this. I had to cut a lot of material out for the sake of the length of the video. So you'll always have the ability to pause the video or go back and watch it again. I'm going to install the application server, file manager, and the API. And I want to choose advanced mode. So I want to change the drive. I have a data drive of E. As I mentioned, I have an OAS version already installed, so I want to select that installation in that Oracle Home. And it is a standalone installation. Host name is correct. These are all the defaults here. Now on the database details, we did not change the database password during installation. The default password is Tartan, so you will need that, Tartan. And the default vault location is fine. Okay, so this would be a great spot to go ahead and do a snapshot of the virtual machine. So if something happened during our attempt to upgrade, we would have the ability to fall back here on a version of 9.3. So as you notice from the comment, I did not deploy this yet. And the reason for that is we can go ahead and install 9.3.0.2 right over the top of 9.3 and only have to do the configure and deploy once. So that's what we'll do. So as with the 9.3, we needed to copy those platform files into the Windows installer location. I did that prior. Again, your installer will take a little longer than that. Okay, so Agile is installed, and now we need to run configure as well as deploy Agile PLM. Now we'll install the application into the OAS container. Okay, so OAS was not running. We will need to start Oracle Application Server. And now it's running. So configure does things like sets up JMS message queues, and it really prepares the container for the resources that the Agile application will use. So we always need to run configure first. Great, so now we can go ahead and deploy the Agile PLM. So again, Tomcat has not been started. So if it had been started, we would need to move the file manager application out of the Tomcat web apps directory and then run the 9.3.0.2 installer. That way when we reinstall, or I'm sorry, when we restart Tomcat, it will deploy the new file manager WAR file. Alright, so let's go ahead and we need to install a JRE. That way we can open up the Java client on this machine if we want to do so. Now, as you can see from the splash screen there, it is 9.3.0.2. I'm going to go ahead and launch the Java client. We should see 9.3.0.2 in the status bar at the bottom. Now, the only thing that needs to happen now is to start Tomcat for the file manager, but I'm not going to do that because I will be installing AutoView next. And there you go, 9.3.0.2, build 20. So we have successfully performed the installation.